Shabbat Shalom and Happy New Year. Last night, like just about everyone we know, John and I were at home having our quiet and involuntarily private New Year's Eve. We did our best to create some low-key festivity, but for us, last night was about saying goodbye and good riddance to 2020 as we collectively kicked what has been universally considered the worst year in nearly everyone's memory to the curb. 2020 has been a meme, a joke, a cry of despair, a cause, an effect, and a container for our suffering. Of course it has. So much happened, so much was wrong, that I'm honestly tired of listing it. Go ahead. You can do it in your heads for yourselves. I'll wait. I know you thought of a couple of things. But as of 12 a.m. this morning, in the words of an infamous, almost impeached American president of the last century, we don't have 2020 to kick around anymore. It's a new year, and what we make of it is up to us. While planning this drash earlier today, a snippet from the musical blockbuster Hamilton came into my head, and it wouldn't leave. These words were sung by the Schuler sisters as they breathed in the air of uncertainty and possibility on the eve of the American Revolution. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. What? How on earth could that song be what bubbled up when I was considering this new year? Nothing has changed since 2020. Pandemic? Still a thing. Vaccines? Here, thank God, but moving way too slowly. Structural racism and police violence? Unsolved. Toxic politics? Improving, but they will be with us for a long time. There's optimism, and there's just plain denial. How can optimism be a rational response to the current climate? Now, this could be the part of my drash where I point out three big ideas that give us a good reason to be optimistic, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Sometimes being optimistic is perhaps not a rational response at all, but rather it's a spiritual response, a response that comes from that part of us that yearns to be in contact with God, a very Jewish response. The Jewish renewal teacher Shefa Gold teaches about Nahum, a great sage who was Rabbi Akiva's teacher and was nicknamed Ish Gamzu, the Gamzu man, because no matter what happened, what he would say about it was, Gamzu latova, this is also for the good. He experienced a lot of what looked like to other people as very bad things: illness, misfortune, suffering. She continues, I don't think that he was saying that even those terrible things were good. Nahum Ish Gamzu was doing a very advanced practice of dedication to the larger good. This larger good holds inside of it everything we think of as good and bad. And he was stepping inside a vast and radical place of not knowing. The Ish Gamzu's response to adversity was to see it not as God's plan, but rather part of the entirety that is creation and is God. Adversity brought Ish Gamzu closer to the reality of creation and closer to God. I can't be certain that this is what inspired me to remember the infectious optimism of Hamilton, but it's gotten me thinking. My friends, tonight, as we stand in the doorway of 2021, I invite you to ask of yourselves, what will you make of this year? I invite you to consider what your philosophy of life will be in this new year, especially now that we don't have 2020 to kick around anymore. 2021 will be up to each of us. I will close by sharing with you a song that was produced and recorded by my friend and classmate, Rabbi Noah Diamondstein, with some amazing musicians, using lyrics written for just this moment that capture the opportunity presented to us by the new year. They offered a lovely arrangement of Auld Lang Syne. Acknowledging the limits of a cappella musical performance, I humbly share it with you on this New Year's Shabbat night. I'd like to think that peace will come and darkness will subside. We'll make it through another year. I'm clinging to the light. I'm clinging to the light, my dear. I'm clinging to the light. Pass me a cup of kindness, yeah, I'll drink it down tonight. Let all the chaos be forgot. To my loved ones I'll hold tight. I hope that generosity is my favorite state of mind. I'm clinging to the light, my dear. I'm clinging to the light. Pass me a cup of kindness, yeah, I'll drink it down tonight. My soul has been returned to me as I wake with morning's light. A new day dawns, a page has turned. What a gift to be alive. I'm clinging to the light, my dear. I'm clinging to the light. Pass me a cup of kindness, yeah, I'll drink it down tonight. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. A new day dawns, a page has turned. What a gift to be alive. What a gift to be alive. Shabbat Shalom. Happy 2021.